The snow this morning stopped, and some deer came to visit us in the backyard. Hello, little dudes and doodads. Looking for a snack. It snowed heavily this morning, but the whole time the temperature was above freezing, including now. You can see from the drips. So hopefully tomorrow's supposed to be colder. So, oh, there's another deer coming over. I believe this is our standard backyard bunch. Oh, we have birdies too. Who are you guys? I think those are gulls. Anyway, got these ladies and gents. See you later. Oh, the birds are still over there. There's a lot going on in this backyard right now. Okay. I guess I could make this the beginning of this week's video. So welcome to this week's video. We have lots to show you this week. Come along with us and enjoy the week with us. And thanks for watching. got the GoPro out. I have been reading on this method of overwintering some seeds. You're not supposed to start doing it till after Christmas because planting. So I have to create ventilation in these jugs and then cut them halfway-ish and then put soil in them and then plant the seeds and then tape back up with duct tape the jug and then put it outside so it can overwinter outside. And then, just like happens in real nature, minus the plastic jug, and then it should sprout. So I'm not going to do all the seeds that way. Some seeds I'm going to do in the greenhouse to try them that way instead. And I'll start putting those these seeds. I want to try the coneflowers. The seeds I will put in the fridge so they think they're wintering. Don't know. We'll see. Over and out. Hello from the greenhouse. It's 30-some degrees in here. I should have worn snowshoes. I'm in here. There we go. Because I'll be swapping out pants today. Wardrobe change. I am in here to grab this bin. Little frozen there. And this bin, so I can put the overwintering planters in the, ooh, I'll grab this bin too. But I thought I would show you how the greenhouse is doing. That's the snow by the door. You really can't get a sense from the video, the snow, because yeah, this is by the door, right? But then that's an incline right there. So anyway, you can see how deep it got. I should measure that. So I should have worn snowshoes. Note to self for next time. I'm gonna grab that bin right there and get myself back over that way. That's the goal. Okay, checking in from the greenhouse. Okay, these little babies go in the fridge. Got to put them in a Ziploc. And then out to the fridge. Next stop for them will be greenhouse when they don't have, when the greenhouse stops freezing. Need 2 hands. Set the date on there. Get the date.
The judge still walking through the different counts at this point, Hallie, and most of the
Seeds.
a formality, but it's also important for the record, Hallie, because there's a court stenographer. As we have our own team writing down every word, there's someone in court there detailing every last word that's said by the judge in this case, Hallie. So we still.
Okay, little babies. Coming in. See you in the spring. There they are. Bye. The temperature is above freezing today. Things are melting. We had a lot of the snow come down off of the roof. You can see over here Gary shoveled that out so the pile can expand. But you can see some of the melting on the roof line. Whoa, look at that. Interesting. So that's exciting. Okay, but today what I'm doing now is I'm for better or for worse, I'm walking on this icy stuff with my muck boots on. But I'm gonna take these to the garden and get them situated for the rest of the winter, with the idea being that they will sprout in the spring and already be hardened off when it comes time to plant them. It's pretty cool. Ooh. Ooh, look, a deer came in my footpath. That's really funny. Of course they did. All right, away we go. It's a big deer. Whoa, well, I am not necessarily going to be able to put this. I was thinking put it right there in front of the fence, but that's like the deepest part of the snow. Guess I'll just put it right here. Dig some holes. So it's supposed to rain tonight. That's how much above freezing it's supposed to get. And then by the time we wake up in the morning, it'll be snowing. Ooh, heavy. I do want it this way though, is the thing. Because the sun's going to come that way. So actually, I do need to go this way. So I'm supposed to check this thing every day to see how our rocks are doing. So there's a pause button. Pause. And then take this off the drum. And let's go in the light and see. It hasn't been too loud. The instructions said it would be very loud, but it really hasn't been bad. So that's nice. All right. My work surface over here. Oh, there's a cat down there. Sorry, buddy. There he is. Sorry. Sorry. See. Sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry to disturb. I'm gonna be vacuuming soon anyway, so they're not gonna last long down there. Okay, so righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Probably gonna need 2 hands to get this off with this suction. Oh, that's right. There was the flathead screwdriver to pry this off. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause and go take this lid off. Okay, use this to pry the lid off. I need to pry this off too. Can I do this like this? No. Let's see. Maybe. I don't know. Can you see that? Let's see. It's probably not a good idea with the seal there. Let's see. Oh, right. They recommended using this. Boy. This will work. Ooh, okay. Let's see. It's interesting. It's definitely polishing them. It's cool. Ooh, look at that one. That's cool. Neat. Those are the bigger ones. Ooh, look at that. It's cool. And then there were some smaller ones in here. Wow. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty. Wow. Neat. Neat. Hi, Bubby. Looking at rocks. Those are fun, huh? Cool. Nice. It's a fun thing. Silty water. Guess I should put... Anyway, I'm going to use both hands to put these back in, the big ones in first. But, and then I'll start it back up. Hold on. Okay. We okay? Good. Okay. So putting this back on now. He's very involved. Better dry that off, I guess. Guess it's not like canning. I mean, it's sort of like canning. The seal needs to be on there tightly, but I'm not going to poison anybody. This guy is very helpful. You want to help? It doesn't look even on both sides. Okay. I'm going to put the drum back on, get it back going, and that should be 2 more days. And then we can move on to the next step, which is adding the, I think it's moving on to the actual, whatever the glaze stuff is. I don't know if they call that the polish or if I'm polishing now or what am I doing, but yeah, but and then in other news, Christmas tree is put away for another 10 months. So I'm gonna be cleaning, deep clean, which is why the vacuum is gonna be scaring these two off soon. Yep, but that's the rocks so far. Over and out. This is not an ice skating rink. It's a parking lot. And Gary and I have just come from a snowshoe walk. We decided to snowshoe instead of ski today because that we were not prepared for ski trails that might be like that. That would be a little fast, I think, for our skiing level. Just a guess. So we went a little over 2 miles here at Valley Spur, and now we're gonna go check in the lodge and then head home for some lunch. But you saw the snow in last week's video, and look, all the snow is gone from the trees. All that snow. We had multiple days above freezing, so we're left with very hard-packed snow, a lot of ice, and then it's supposed to hopefully snow. Ooh, look at this, there's even water under here. It's supposed to snow again today, which is good, so then we can ski tomorrow. It'll be a little easier. Anyway, gonna go drop her in the lodge, see who's in there, say hi, call it a day, call it a morning. I made Gary an egg sandwich.
Delish.
A post snow removal sandwich. But that's not why we're here right now. We're gonna do the reveal on the first step of the rock tumbling. So this is the pre-polish phase, I believe. Yes. And so after this, we'll be in the polish phase. It says that we'll add a high luster to the stones. So it says pour the contents of the barrel through a strainer and rinse the stones. Be sure not to pour any of the grit down household drains. Wash the stones and barrel thoroughly with soap to remove all traces of grit. Use scrub brush or an old toothbrush if necessary. And then I put it back in the barrel with water and tumble for 2 hours to remove any remaining pieces of grit. And then I move on to grit number 4. I'm gonna skip all that in camera, but we can do the reveal at this point because it'll be, looks like another 7 to 9 days for the next step. So I need to turn the camera off for a second. Okay. Here it is. They are smooth as a baby's butt, as they say. Very nice looking. Let's get those cleaned up. This, it turns out, looks like it is an agate. Right out of the garden. Straight out of the backyard garden. Right there. That's what that is. Well, all these are out of the yard, actually. Whatever that is. They're very smooth, as was marketed. Whatever this is. Nice looking. Look at this one. Oh, it's got a bunch of silt on it. Pretty. Kitty's going crazy. Fun. These are fun rocks, dear.
Yeah, they are. Some of the most fun rocks I've ever seen.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an agate too, I think. I don't really know. I don't know my rocks. You guys being nice? Bubby? Oh, look at this one. It's fun. Cool. Quartz maybe or something. I don't know. That's it. And there's like a sludge in here.
Sludge. Oh yeah, gritty sludge.
That's what does not go down the drain. So I won't record all the rinsing and etc., but pretty cool. See it at the end of the next phase when these, according to the instructions, will be polished. Thanks for watching. I'm concluding this week's video right here at the stairs, at the triangle above the stairs, because you may notice that there's no more wall hanging badly covering a hole in the wall. Gary patched it and repainted it. Doesn't it look so good? Love it. So with that excellent news, we hope you have a good week. Thanks for watching. See you soon.